Oh, didn't see you there. Oh, that's a bad joke. Today we're going to talk about kettlebells. Not so much the exercises. If you want to watch any exercises or how to use kettlebells in that regard, go on my Instagram or go on my YouTube. I have more of a video log of using these beautiful bad boys. We're talking about the anatomy of the kettlebell. So, this generally is a kettlebell. I don't know why people would consider it a kettlebell, if that makes sense. Generally, that's where that's from. We've got the handle, the corners. This is called the horn, almost as if we have the bell itself is the main beastie weightiness, and then right at the bottom we have our base, which is nice and flat. Some have a wider base, some have a bigger bell, some of them have a handle that is rubber, or this is rubber and huge, or you get such a variety of them. Sometimes you get them that are completely cut off flat, so there's not as much of an actual bell to it, and it's more square and blocked off. They're good for some exercises. But what I want to try and mainly focus on is how to hold our kettlebell. So we've got our handle, sure. If we're doing kettlebell swings, we would hold like so, right up top. It's nice and easy. But let's say we have to do anything that's overhead. Firstly, you want to consider what you're wearing. You want to either take them off, or if it's something you want to keep on, you make sure that it's not going to be knocked into. So I've turned mine around so I've got my nice flat area. You can get wrist protection as well when you're using kettlebells quite heavily. So with this we have our handle, our corners, our horn, the bell and the base, but we also have our nice window. With our window, we're going to put our hand through and grab the corner. When we grab the corner, it tilts that kettlebell slightly. If we grab centrally, it's nice and dead on. It won't shift. If we grab the corner, it tilts it to the side slightly. This means we get the ability to lock it in really nicely. You see here, I've got a lot more control of what I want to do with this kettlebell. Whereas if I hold right dead center on the handle, it's pressing against my hand, it's more flimsy, it's floppy, it doesn't really have a nice locked in area. So again, we put our hand through the window, grab onto the corner where our thumb is pointing, and then we place it along our forearm. Here we can be nice and strong with overhead movements. If we're having to do things where we're in front rack, you can get your elbow up, you can get your elbow forwards, and you've got a lot of control of where it's gonna go. You can even solid presses, whatever you want with this. With that, we also want to consider getting it up and over onto our arm. If we're doing a clean, which I'll explain in, again, other Instagram videos, some of our easy, medium, hards will demonstrate that. You want to be considerate of the direction that you're going to be bringing the kettlebell up onto your arm. We're going to be grabbing that corner, knowing that eventually our hand will be going through that window, okay? Grabbing that corner, when we lift up, it will be twisting around us. If it twists around us, we don't get bang, that happen. You will end up with bruises on your forearm. So again, we twist with our kettlebell, so it twists onto our arm. That will help with that stability, and hopefully you go and watch some exercises and utilize some kettlebells you might have. In regards to safety with these kettlebells, we just want to be considerate of knowing our limits. There are some exercises that again might be overhead or might be swings and things. Practice those exercises with lighter weight and build up. Don't go straight into, oh look, a 40-kilo kettlebell. I'm just gonna do a swing with that. Start with something smaller, build up, be controlled. Make sure that you have a nice beautiful area to work with, especially if we're training at home right now. Just make sure that you're really, really safe with how you're using your kettlebell.